Hey, welcome back to our series of the Bible in 365 days. I'm Wule Koto. Try to go through this King James version of the Bible daily throughout the year based on its 1 year reading plan. Today, the 22nd of February, is day 53. We go through Judges chapter 17, verse 1 to chapter 21, verse 25. So we close off the book of Judges and we close it off with this very chaotic sequence that starts to happen. So right after the death of Samson, we move on to this man called Micah, and Micah decides that he is going to build a shrine. So he goes to his mother and he asks for his inheritance from his mother, and with that inheritance they create the shrine and they create graven images that they are going to worship within their house. And then by some sort of luck, a Levite who's looking for a place to stay ends up coming into their city, and Micah meets this man and asks him, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And the man explains that he is a Levite and is just looking for a place to stay. And knowing that he's a Levite, Micah asks, "Would you like to come and be a priest within my house?" So the man agrees, and during this time, the land of Dan hadn't really received an inheritance, so they were looking for a place that they would conquer. So they sent spies to go and look at different areas. And these spies end up finding the house that Micah lives in, and they speak to the Levites, and they see that within this house is all these molten images, graven images, and idols that this man prays to. And he's just one man in one house. He's not like a tribe of people. It's just one man who has his own priest within this house. So the Levites, well, the Levite explains to the men from the tribe of Dan, that they should go well out of this place and find another city, and when they go there they will actually be successful in whatever they try. So they decide that they're going to attack the city of Laish. Now, Laish is kind of a city where there isn't much around it in terms of other tribes or other cities. They are just isolated, it's just themselves. But within the city of Laish, the people there, they don't have proper leadership, they don't have proper structures, and the people are living in however way they may feel, and there's no person that can actually bring them together to form an army and battle properly against any attack. So the people of Dan realize that this would actually be a great place to come and conquer. So the people of Dan, the spies of Dan, go back to the Danites and they explain everything. And this is a city that they are going to go and fight against. But before that, they go back to Micah's house with a large number of men, and they decide to tell the priest, "Hey, we're going to take everything here, and you should come with us. Instead of being a priest of one house, of one man, come and be the priest to an entire tribe. Come and be a priest to us all, so that you can minister to a greater number of people." And the Levite agrees, and he leaves with the house of Dan to go to war against Laish. And then those in Micah's house send a warning or send a message to Micah that the priest is gone and the Danites have stolen all of the idols that were within his house. And Micah and a few men chase after the Danites, and they reach them and plead with them to bring their stuff back. And once they realize that they are greatly outnumbered, they give up with their mission of returning or restoring everything that was stolen from them. And those from the city of Dan go out to Laish, and they easily defeat the city of Laish, and the city of Laish is destroyed and renamed to the city of Dan, which it was until these books were written. And this happens because the city or the tribe of Dan hadn't received their inheritance yet, and they just wanted a place that they could call their own. And this became the city of Laish, which was turned over and renamed to the city of Dan. And now we find another Levite in chapter 19, not this Levite who was with the city of Dan, but another Levite who had a wife who was unfaithful to him. And the wife would go home back to her father's house, and the Levite man went to her father-in-law's house to discuss with the father-in-law to bring his wife back home. And the father-in-law was kind of wary or scared that this could be an embarrassment to him, but the Levite was gentle within their words, and he stayed with the father-in-law, and they came to an agreement that the daughter would go back with her husband and his servants back to their city. And the father-in-law, he asked, like, oh, could you at least stay for one night, because it's getting late and you have a full day's journey to go back home. It would be your best option to just stay here and then wake up early in the morning and leave so that you may have sunlight throughout your entire journey. But the man didn't want to stay at the father-in-law's house, but he didn't give his reasons, but he decided that it was time for him to go, and they move out. And when they are moving, one of the servants asks the master, can't we just go into one of these cities and stay there? And the Levite says, we can't just go into any random city. We have to find this city that belongs to the Israelites, that belongs to our brethren, because we don't know what will happen if we just walk into a random city, because we don't know how they feel about Israelites because of the many wars that we've fought against so many different people. They will view us as the enemy. It would be best that we find a city that belongs to one of us. And the men find themselves in Gibeah, where an older gentleman gives them lodging because no one else would allow them to come into their home. And this older gentleman, he says, look, it's late, you guys shouldn't be sleeping in the streets, come and stay with me. And they do so. And the Levite even tells the man, look, I have everything that I need. I have my own bread. I have food for all my donkeys. There's nothing that you have to provide for me. All I need is just a place to stay. And he receives it. And now while he is lodging with this old gentleman, several men in Gibeah, they come to the house because they want to see this man and they want to be with this man. And the older gentleman is like, listen, we can't act in this manner. Please leave this man and his servants alone. If you want something, I have a daughter, there is a concubine here as well. And the men take the concubine and they assault the concubine and abuse the concubine and then bring her back in the morning. And the Levite wakes up in the morning and he goes to the door and he sees that the woman that is dead, or he tries to wake up this woman who's at the door and she doesn't, and he realizes that it is his wife who has been killed by the men of Gibeah. And now, in a manner of wanting to get justice or revenge, the Levite cuts up his wife into 12 pieces and sends these 12 pieces out to the 12 tribes of Israel. And this was the first time something like this has ever happened, that a call to the entire nation or to the entire country of Israel is sent out in this manner. And the man or the Levite explains to the rest of the houses that I want to get justice for what has happened, because these men came and they killed my wife for no reason, and they did it in such a gruesome manner. So I want justice against the tribe of Benjamin, which these men belong to. And those within Israel, they agree. But then they have to come together and see what they're going to do about this. And they can't just make the decision. So they decide that they are going to go and talk to God about what to do, or whether they would be victorious if they go and fight against the tribe of Benjamin. And they do so, and God says, you may go and fight the tribe of Benjamin. And the people ask, who will attack first? And God said, Judah will attack the tribe of Benjamin. And Judah goes and attacks the tribe of Benjamin, but Benjamin is able to destroy it. And then a second wave of attacks goes against Benjamin, but Benjamin is able to stop that attack again and defend themselves, and then the people come back, and this time around when they go to God, they create offerings or bring offerings to God, burnt offerings, and God again restores them and says, listen, this time around you will be victorious. If you fight against the tribe of Benjamin, you will not be defeated. And that is what the tribes do. They go out and fight against the tribe of Benjamin as a whole, and there is nothing that the tribe of Benjamin can do, and the tribe of Benjamin is destroyed. So now, from the 12 tribes of Israel, there is one that looks weak and one that looks tattered and has no place to reside. As all those who were left, who were not soldiers, they fled into the wilderness, and now the tribe of Benjamin, out of the 12 tribes, has no place to stay. And now the people of Israel are worried about what will actually happen to the tribe of Benjamin, because in their eyes, Israel is only complete when there are 12 tribes. But now they have come to an agreement that none of their daughters, none of their children will marry any of the men who survived in the tribe of Benjamin. So you can consider this like all the women and children are dead. It's just a few men remaining within the tribe of Benjamin who are now living in the wilderness. And these men can't have children by themselves. So eventually, in due time, the tribe of Benjamin will cease to exist because no children are being born. So the rest of the tribes of Israel come to an agreement and say, well, in order for these men to survive, in order for them to keep the tribe of Benjamin growing, they should go out and wait for the daughters of Shiloh to come and perform their rituals, and they will go there and they will find wives, because the daughters of Shiloh are not part of the tribe of Israel. And if the rest of Shiloh finds this matter egregious or is not happy with this, the children of Benjamin should send the tribe of Shiloh to the rest of the children of Israel, and they will plead the case for the children of Benjamin. And then this ritual that the daughters of Shiloh do happens, and the rest of the men in Benjamin go and find wives from these daughters who are performing their rituals, and they bring them back to where the cities that the tribe of Benjamin had were, and they restored their cities yet again. And in the Bible, we also reminded that during these times that there was no king in Israel, so the people did whatever they felt was right within their own eyes. So this chaos came from there not being any proper structure or any proper leadership, because you have to remember this really all started by one man deciding that he wants to have his own images within his house. He wants to have his own personal priest within his house, because that is what he saw right in his own eyes. It goes back to those men in Gibeah who decided that they were going to fight against or find this Levite, and then ended up assaulting his wife because they did whatever they wanted to do, because there was no major authority such as a king to actually lead the people properly. So people did whatever they felt was right within their eyes. Even these wars that we see within the nation of Israel, as well as these or you could call them these civil wars between the tribe of Benjamin and the rest of Israel. This civil war wouldn't have happened if there was a king that led all of them together, because here we have different tribes or different people doing whatever they deem is right within their own eyes. And that is where the book of Judges ends, and that is where we will end for today. And may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of the Father, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you now and forever. Thank you so much for watching this video.